Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you all for clicking. This is episode 41 on Project Noah. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about perimeter fence wall. In the meantime, I want to say thank you to all of you for sticking with me, spending your precious time watching my videos. That actually motivates me to bring you daily updates. And so if there's any questions or anything that you want to help to improve the channel, please do not hesitate to reach out to me and let me know so we can improve and bring you the better of all the construction videos. Okay? Alright, in your view is a beautiful 7-bedroom house that we are putting up for our client. It was designed by Mr. Jonathan Tete. Mr. Tete is our fine architect, and he's been designing all the houses that we build. Majority of them is designed by Jonathan. Okay, so if you want to build your dream house, beautiful one, get in touch with Jonathan, because designing a house takes time. It doesn't happen in a day. A lot of people think that, okay, once I speak to the architect, the next morning the drawing is ready. No, it can take 2 months, 3 months. Some drawings take as long as 6 months, because you need to get it right. You understand? And careful designing. When you sleep over, wake up, you have new ideas. Before you realize, you have a perfect house. You understand? So take your time, get in touch with Jonathan ahead of time before you visit Ghana for your first time. All right. So today we are putting up the perimeter fence wall for our client. He just bought another 6 plot. Okay, so he's not joking at all. He is making sure that he secure the future, not only for himself but for the generations after him. And that is one thing I always say: you need to break the curses of poverty. Poverty is a disease. It's not a good thing. It makes your thinking go south. It makes you talk anyhow, but when you have money, your talking is different. Your living is different. You understand? So once you have the opportunity, probably you might be the hero or the savior in the family. So when God blesses you, try to break the generational curse of poverty in your line of generation. Okay? Yes, sometimes God gives you wealth not for you to enjoy all by yourself, but to spread it to everybody. You understand? To spread it for everybody can get a piece of the cake. So, yeah, you have to be very calculative and help build that generational wealth that everybody can be liberated from poverty. Okay, so you can see how tall the perimeter fence wall is. We're putting a 10 feet perimeter fence wall, 10 feet. So almost like 3 feet down the ground, because we dug 3 feet. So if we dig 3 feet and we cast our concrete, and it's about 4 to 5 inches, and then we lay the mortar and put the blocks. So hopefully 2 blocks or 2.5 blocks will be hidden in the ground, and then from the ground surface we're gonna have almost about maybe 7.5 or like close to 8 counts of blocks, which is 8 feet. You understand? Yeah, so it is good to build your first wall that high. Yes, build it that high so that you don't have any intruders watching or peeping into your house. All right. Okay, so my name is Mr. Bright Antonio. I am the CEO of B&C Constructions Limited. Our goal here is to build houses for people who are vulnerable, people who need help. To avoid any scam, we send your money there, and then they took my money and they didn't build my house. No, here we will build your house. We will show you everything, every step of the way. You can see everything. Okay, we use quality materials, and we provide details of everything that we do. Our goal here is to help you overcome all the stress that you go through, because some people feel like, okay, I have to be there myself and do it. Yeah, but it's very stressful, honestly, especially in areas like this is very remote. It means that you have to be there all the time. Are you with me? How are you going to supervise your project? You have to be there every day. We have been trained to do that. You understand? Some jobs are not for everybody. So sometimes you just have to allow people to do their work whilst you provide the finances. Okay? Yes. That is how the whole universe works. You can't be everywhere every time. It's not possible. Okay? Allow the contractor to do his work because that is what he's been paid for. You understand? You've paid me and I'm obliged to deliver. You understand? So my goal is to make sure that your fence wall is standing tall, your dream house is built without any issue. Are you with me? So always leave everything to the contractor and trust the process. Okay? Yes. And so people who are out there, kindly, hand over all projects to contract. Make sure you identify a good contractor, someone who really understands the work and has your best interest. Not anybody who just want to prepare anything cheap and go and work and take money and go. You understand? We want to do quality work, and that is what we do. So identify the right contractor, because that also helps in getting your dream house in a state where you will not have any issue. Identifying a good contractor is one of the key factors. Understand? On your screen is my cousin, Mr. Jonathan Amwa. He has a degree in geophysics, and he does borehole drilling, reverse osmosis, water treatment, and he sells all kinds of pumps, water pumps, submersible pump, pressure pumps. Okay, yes, he does all of the suction pumps. There are various types of pumps that he can provide you. So get in contact with him for your borehole drillings and water treatment. In case you already have a borehole that the water is not flowing properly, they will do something we call the hydrofrac or the hydrofracture. Okay, so that you can have more water. And in case you have any pump issue, yeah, he will sell them to you. So get in touch with my cousin Jonathan Amwa and you will be amazed. Okay, so it is important. So identifying a good contractor is one of the key factors in helping you attain your dream house, to perfection. Because if you don't do that, then already you are in trouble. Because people do that mistake. One, the architect doesn't know the job properly, and the architect designs something, then they pay so much money to, and then they take that drawing and give it to a mason who can't even read properly. Oh, this person, he built my great grandfather's house, and so he's a good mason. Oh, this person, he built my sister's brother's house. He built my wife's brother's sister's house, and so we want to use him. You see, you're going to get a 1972 building. These modern designs, some of these people are not abreast with these modern designs. He might be good that time, but not today. You understand? So you need to get people who can read modern designs, who understand the new technology, the new norm, the new way of doing things. Before, a lot of people don't know about DPM, DPC, waterproof chemicals. What type of waterproof chemicals am I supposed to use? What is the ratio? Because even with the waterproof chemical, if you don't mix it according to the ratio, it becomes ineffective. So you can have a waterproof chemical listed in your items, hoping that your building will be strong and will be water resistant. But because the people using it do not know the ratio properly, it has been misused and it underperforms its main function, and you don't get to utilize it, or you get to see its full potential. You understand? So you don't see the full potential of the waterproof chemical. So those are some of the things we need to educate people on. The fact that you see me using DPM, then you go and tell your miss, oh, use this one, Mr. Bright is using it. But everything has a formula. There is a way of doing it. Okay, so yeah, you can copy, but it won't be as what we are doing, because we really understand what we are doing, and we lay our DPM depending on the nature of the land, exactly what we see at site. We will lay the DPM to suit the situation, not just because it has to be laid on the ground, then we just go and lay it. No, based on the situation at the site, we will lay the DPM. You understand? Either to cover both edges or bring it up all the way to the top of the foundation. We need to know, and we will do that based on the site condition. You understand? And then they have to look at the quality of blocks. Some people believe that, oh, if I mold my own blocks, I'm going to have a lot of blocks. You have a lot of blocks, but what about the quality of the block? What is the strength of the block? What is the compressed strength of the block? You understand? A machine press is different from manual pressed. Someone doing it manually, at a point in time, the body becomes weak. They're not able to press it properly. So you have blocks that are not strong. But a machine compressed, whether it's hydraulic or pneumatic press, they are stronger. You understand? There are bad people out there. They mold blocks without enough cement, and there are good people out there who mold blocks quality. And that is why we have a specific client where we buy our blocks from. So the blocks is heavy, it is stronger, and 6 inches is what I use for my perimeter fence wall. You understand? So I can prepare an estimate for you. Another person prepares an estimate. So there will be some changes. You don't expect it to be the same because we are not the same people. Our thinking is different. So if you take my estimate and you compare it to someone else, it is just like you comparing a tiger to a cat. You see, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way because they are not the same. The kind of mindset that I bring on board, because usually I will ask you, what type of perimeter fence wall are you looking for? And then you tell me that, Mr. Bright, this is the type, the block, the reinforcement. Okay, so once you have this, it means that the board has to come in. You need to pay the carpenter, you need to pay the mason, you need to pay the steel bender. But if you eliminate the iron rods, which is the reinforcement, if you eliminate that, it means that you've eliminated the steel bender and the carpenter. So obviously your estimate will be cheaper, it will be lesser, because you're not employing any carpenter. Neither are you employing any steel fixer, because you've eliminated the work of those two people. You're not going to buy any materials on iron rods. Neither are you going to buy any materials to do with wood and nails. So these two people you've eliminated. The only person you've kept on board is the mason. So the mason is going to do the digging of the trenches, casting of the concrete, and laying of the blocks. So there wouldn't be any pillars. As you see, every 10 feet from one pillar to the other is 10 feet. So every 10 feet there's a rebar. Once you take away the rebar, they replace the rebar with a block. So blocks will be laid back to each other in every 10 feet. There's a block laid. So it means that the block quantity will increase. You understand? Block quantity will increase. But that does not give the fence wall a good stamina. It doesn't provide a good stamina. But if you use the rebars, they are stronger and they last longer. So that is the difference. So for me, this is how I prepare my estimate. There's nothing too much about it. This rebar, to the mason, the steel facer, and then the carpenter. And then I introduce the DPM, okay, and then the waterproof chemical. That is all. There's nothing significant to it. Are you with me? So lovely people, if you love this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you've not. Again, my name is Mr. Bright Antonio. I am the CEO of B&C Constructions. From me and to you, it's shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye-bye.